Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sensei, and welcome to my channel. If you enjoy the content, please leave that glorious like and share. And as always, subscribe for more. Okay guys, so in today's video we've got a lot to go over and only about 17 minutes to do so. So, first off, if you played in the second test, make sure you go to the link that they have and take the survey. I will leave the link down in the description as well for this video, so be sure you go there and check it out. Now, the title of this video, Elephants Revisited. I want to talk more about elephants. I know this is a little bit of a controversial topic. I know some people really love elephants where they're at right now, and I can understand that. And I can understand the argument of why they should be left alone and why they think that because elephants are so powerful and so forth and so on. I understand those arguments. And if this was Classic Arena, I would 110% agree with you fully that elephants were fine. Elephants should be extremely powerful. And rightly they should be, and they are. However, they are too powerful because of the respawn mechanic. The respawn mechanic needs to be worked on so that elephants, despite being extremely powerful, are balanced for the respawning, which currently I don't feel like they are. Now let's talk about some ways that you can deal with elephants. As you can see, I'm playing spears. They charged into me, knocked a few guys down, but because I'm in phalanx, they're not actually doing that much damage. And I can back up, continue to deal significant damage of a fair amount, and still do okay. So it's not impossible to beat elephants. Elephants aren't Super Saiyan, right? But they are very difficult to deal with, and it does take some time and patience. This is how I would deal with elephants with Leonidas back in Wargaming's Total War Arena, because I didn't use pikes, because I consider pikes to be in the same realm as elephants of being extremely overpowered. Obviously they have their counters, but I find most counters for elephants to be a little lacking. So we deal some damage. Now this is a part where I messed up in, but that happens from time to time. It's always important not to get too grouped up with elephants. Luckily this elephant player didn't pull through, because if he had pulled through he would have done a ton of damage. But as you can see, elephants can be dealt with, even with spears. Roman infantry have their Pila, and if you're Germanicus, Vengeance will do a lot of damage to them. But I still feel that they do need a respawn nerf. Their strength makes sense. They deal a lot of damage. Rightly, they should. They're fucking elephants. But because of the respawn mechanic and how quickly they can respawn, I feel like due to their immense power, they still need a longer respawn time than infantry. If infantry takes 30 seconds to respawn, elephant should take a minute and a half to respawn. Maybe even just a minute. You would have to obviously play with that to find the exact balance, but that's how I feel about it. I can understand elephants being powerful in combat. I'm not asking for a nerf to their combat abilities. Either their respawn needs to be changed, or they need to fall in line with every other Total War prior to Total War Arena, where elephants have a berserk feature, where once they take so much damage from range fire, not from melee, from range fire, they will go berserk, and the commander loses control of them. The elephants could go and charge into their own forces, for all we know, and start using their abilities to damage friendly forces. This is really important for balancing elephants. In every other Total War, it's there. Now, if you want to take some experiences from other Total War games, and if you're a historical Total War player, you're going to hate me when I say this, but they could take inspiration from Total War Warhammer. Now, what I mean by this is that for the lizard people faction in Total War Warhammer, for the oh, I don't even fucking know what they're called, but for the lizard people in Total War Warhammer, there's an ability that they have that's called Cold-Blooded, which makes it so that rampaging forces gain their control. They pop that ability and they gain control of those troops again. You could do something very similar with elephants and commanders. Make it a limited consumable that every so often they can pop, or make a new commander and give them the ability to pop a cold-blooded type ability so that they could gain control of their elephants again. That would add a new commander for elephants. It would give new abilities. It would bring fresh blood to elephants. It would also make their gameplay a lot more interesting. Right now, elephants just rush in, kill, die, retreat. That's not to say that they can't be dealt with. They absolutely can be. Here you can see me dealing with them. Maybe not perfectly in this instance, but prior to this, I was doing just fine. Right now, I've taken a lot of damage, especially from enemy artillery. But elephants can be dealt with. It's just a matter of time and patience. But having said that, the ability for them to come back stronger is not good. I can understand them being so strong. I can understand all of that. I understand those points. Those are good points to have. And I'm glad somebody brought that up in the comments. It was actually Trauma Disaster. He's a good player. I enjoy him, and he brought an interesting viewpoint in the comments. He said he was watching elephants, you know, African tribesmen hunting elephants, taking I think he said almost a full day to kill a single elephant. Elephants are powerful creatures. I'm not disputing that whatsoever. I think that having them be as powerful as they are is a good thing. But what needs to happen is that their respawn time change, or give them a berserk feature. Yes, they're strong, yes, they're powerful, but they're not all powerful, and they should come into play as they would in any other Total War game, as a shock infantry or a shock unit that comes in, deals a ton of damage, breaks the morale of your troops, and sends the enemy packing. But one that will go berserk and cause issues. Or, if you're not going to have the elephants go berserk, they need to deal, they need to continue doing, you know, all their damage, but they need to have a longer respawn time, because they're a more valuable unit. And I don't know if you get more experience for killing elephants and dealing damage to elephants, but you should, because they're elephants. If you're going to have them be as powerful as they are, make the reward for killing them huge. Like, if nothing else, change that so that the units that do kill elephants become really dangerous to those elephants. There's different things that you could do to balance it. I can understand the point of, well, in real life they're dangerous. That's cool, but in real life you don't respawn. And that's my biggest issue. Ever since they've added this respawn mechanic, you have to change how the game plays entirely. I think the respawn mechanic could become very interesting. It could become a very good mechanic. And I feel that they're on the right track. They just need to tweak things just a little bit. Sorry, that sound that you're hearing right now is actually somebody using the in-game mic, and I don't know why they implemented that or thought that was a good idea. That's a terrible thing to include. I have no idea what he's saying either, so I'm just going to talk over that. But here's the caveat. Here's the big conclusion to all of this. Right, and we still got plenty of time left in the battle to talk about this. If elephants are going to be so powerful, and you're going to have a respawn mechanic, you need to balance it so that playing an elephant can be very beneficial, but it can be very hurtful. Either make it so that units that are killing elephants become extremely powerful because they've killed elephants, or make it so that when elephants die, their respawn is longer, or give them a berserk feature. There are no other ways that I can see around this issue. Not that there aren't any other ones, perhaps there are, but there is undoubtedly a broken unit in this game with elephants that needs to change. Not that everything about it needs to change, just a few tweaks here and there to make things balanced for gameplay reasons. I understand wanting elephants to be strong, but you can't have them be as strong as they are and not feel severe consequences. I really hate this part of the video because this guy is using the in-game talking. But because of how it's implemented, you're allowing for a unit that, while sure it's powerful, it is it's on the verge of being too powerful. It's on the verge of becoming a meta. Why would you bring anything other than elephants? Okay, I'm going to bring something to counter elephants. So then you get into the mindset of you're either bringing pikes or you're bringing javelins. Okay, you bring pikes or javelins, what am I going to bring, you know? Everything does have its counter, but at the end of the day, the way things are built right now, there is no good, solid choice for what to choose, what to bring. Elephants are so incredibly powerful that if all I did was bring elephants, I can change the entire shape of a battle. You saw what just one elephant over there did for us. We were fighting against 3 elephants, and because of that, we were able, that one elephant and it being played correctly, we were able to turn that entire fight on its head and retake the point. Not that it changed the overall outcome of the battle drastically, right? We're still losing, but that's due to fights elsewhere going south, which is something that will happen from time to time, right? We lost the game fair and square. As you can see, elephants aren't invincible. I dealt with them just fine. As a matter of fact, I never even was able to fully go back to restock my troops. So, elephants can be dealt with. I think their power on the battlefield is correct. What I don't feel is correct is how they're implemented into the game. Either, and this will be the last time I mention this, again, I'm just driving my points home, either a rampage feature so that once they take so much damage from range fire specifically, they go berserk. Either they have a longer respawn timer, or you implement a berserk feature that can be counteracted with a specific commander ability, so that yes, they have gone berserk, but I can counter that. You know, make a commander specifically for elephant gameplay. You could nerf the elephant's abilities, but I feel that nerfing their abilities is the wrong move. I think that they're strong enough as far as their actual physical abilities are concerned. But what I don't feel is that they have been balanced and implemented correctly into the game yet. There is more that needs to be done. I don't know what else to say. These are the things that I think would help the most. I wish that this was original Total War Arena, and that elephants could be extremely powerful, but also be dead once they're dead. Either that, or make the elephants absurdly powerful, and make it so that they're the only unit that when it's dead, stays dead. That could be something you could do. Make elephants even more powerful, but make it so that once they're dead, they're dead. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Anyways, these have just been my thoughts on it. Elephants are in an interesting spot. I'll give it that. And they're not in necessarily a bad spot. I just think that they need to be tweaked a little bit. That's my opinion. It's probably going to be the last time I make a video about it for a while. But since I had this video showing that you can in fact deal with them, even with spears, I thought I would go ahead and show you guys how you can deal with them pretty fucking effectively, at least with spears, and also kind of touch back on the subject again, let you guys know how my thoughts have evolved with it, and they haven't evolved too much. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Peace.